We're once again talking about the Laquan McDonald shooting. In their opening statements, the defense has said that the shooting had nothing to do with race. Rather, it was all about law and order and the fact that McDonald did not follow any laws the evening of the shooting. But let's get into the trial and exactly what happened. So we're talking about here the lawyers for former Detective David March, ex-officer Joseph Walsh, and the officer Thomas Gaffney, who argue that there must be some individual responsibility attached to McDonald. But the prosecution disagrees. They say the trial of Van Dyke's three fellow officers is about an attempt to cover up what really happened when Officer Jason Van Dyke shot Laquan McDonald 16 times. March is a detective who oversaw the investigation. Walsh was Van Dyke's partner, and Gaffney, the only one still on the force, was the first to encounter McDonald but never saw the shooting. All three men are being charged with official misconduct, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy. Outside of the courtroom, community organizers made their voices heard, saying they want justice for Laquan.
We just don't want to take the streets anymore. A lot of the activists, we have chose to turn our protests into policy. And the thing that we're going to do about that, myself and so many others have made the decision to run for office, to make sure that we take city council back.
Now, the prosecution is basing their evidence heavily on paperwork from the department, saying that that paperwork is actually going to prove that there was some kind of cover-up. And it's also important to remember that Superintendent Eddie Johnson has came out and said on the record that there is no such code of silence in the department. We'll, of course, stay on top of this story as the trial continues.